Youth Summit's a place for young people to come together and be in community, have conversations about things that are important to them. Sometimes Youth Summits have adults present. At DEEP, we usually keep the adults to the minimum and have the young people be the ones that are talking about the world and what they want to see.
And so the people behind me are also very powerful and very wonderful, and they've come to share some of their knowledge. And I want to introduce them.
Youth Summit, it is a place where young people from all over the city can come together and talk about issues that they feel like are either challenging them externally and also different things that are challenging them internally.
College and high school, middle school, whatever, education isn't really a waiting room for like transformation, transition, or whatever. Like that transformation can happen right now, and you have the ability to conduct that transition and transformation.
We are being intentional about creating a safe space where young people can actually come together and talk about things that usually you can't talk about with adults. You may not be able to talk about with your teacher, but if you are in a classroom and you have an adult to help facilitate the discussion, not lead the discussion, facilitate the discussion, I feel like we are helping young people heal at an earlier age. And then after the panel discussion, young people were able to break out into different workshops where they learned about how to be more compassionate about themselves.
As an artist, we serve as like that motivator for activists. I think that it can encourage an activist who maybe doesn't know how to express themselves, and I give them that idea. So I think it serves as inspiration, which is what art is. We talk about those things that are uncomfortable for people.
We had a petty poetry workshop where young people helped, they learned how to process certain emotions that we feel like are negative, like grief, depression, jealousy, and hatred, and turn it into something that was comedic and something that we could kind of just like make light of our pain.
You say is, make sure you, and the stream continues. It's old news and gum left on the handle of a coffee cup. I wish you no internet service when you need a ride home.
Savannah's in a really interesting place right now. From what we hear from the young people, there's a lot of energy and hope, but there's also a lot of kind of like grappling and anxiety with the world. And it can be really easy if we're just kind of like isolated to get overwhelmed. But when we're able to come together and have young people like recognize each other's great ideas and like lift each other up, that's a lot more, sustainable for them and the type of community I think, the city wants to see as well.